Ah, that's a good one. Mike Vrabel, to the microphone. Please, you've been silent for the last 2 weeks. We understand why. You have great PR surrounding you. You have wisdom from up top, from Mr. Bob Kraft, who's a Columbia Lion, shout out. And you also understand how the game goes as a former player. You let Dianna Russini wiggle in the night, all by herself, say things that are now being contradicted, talking too much, as the police tell you, with your Miranda rights. Anything said against you, said by you, used against you, and will I butcher that? That's good, actually, butcher that. I'm glad I butchered that. That means I ain't been arrested. That means I ain't been with the police too much. All right, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. All right, Mike Vrabel, please talk and tell the truth. Marcellus is watching.
Let me first begin by saying thank you. Thank you for your patience that you've shown in a personal and private matter. For me, and obviously everybody involved, I know that's not easy for you, and I respect that. I appreciate your efforts in doing so.
Okay, personal and private matter. A little bit of debate of that because we're public figures. And I know, I told myself this early in my career, I learned it real fast. As soon as you leave the house, the camera's on. And even in the house now with Ring cameras and all the security footage we have. But basically, when you step outside, you are for the public. You're for the streets. Okay? You don't think so? Do something in public. All right, that's part one. Part two is, I know you went to a private resort in Sedona, but that ain't private enough because there are people called private investigators. And if you're doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, you're going to have to be really, really, really private, like day one private. Remember day one private? When you were sneaking around, when you were cheating, whoever you are, when you were doing what you're not supposed to do, the first time you cheated on the test, oh my God, you had like FBI level security, the Pentagon security. After you got used to it and getting away with it, guess what you're doing now? You talking in the back. Hey dog, what's number 3? What's number 3? He like, shh, you get loose. That's how that game go.
I understand I could have addressed you guys sooner, but it was important to me to have a conversation with the players, which I did yesterday, very candidly.
Yeah, but was Stephon Diggs there? I love Vrabel. That's my dog. We came out the same year at the same time. We're not talking about him. We're talking about behavior, and more importantly, we're not talking about the actor. We're talking about the act. We're talking about what he's saying right now. And what he's saying right now, whoo! Remember Henderson a couple weeks ago came out with them biblical verses and all that stuff, and Vrabel had words for him? Woo! Remember Stephon Diggs got released just because you're a distraction. You're over there messing with them rapper girls. Too much for us? Woo! And now, no matter where you go, you can't hide. Guess who's the distraction right now? Coach Mike Vrabel.
As we began our off-season program, which everyone is excited to be a part of, Stacy had mentioned the players' availability. Never my intention to have them speak to you or address you before I did. So I asked them to come today, talk with you. I also don't want to take away from the draft, the weekend of the draft.
Yeah, being real, look, I know this is a salacious story. It's captivated us for the last 2 weeks, especially in the offseason when nobody wants to talk about Mendoza number 1 or not. Ty Simpson's coming up the charts. Nobody cares. Okay, let them fall where they may, and let's see how good they are in the league. Stop it. Stop trying to sell me that fake little draft stuff. I'm tired. I'm over it. But this has been a captivating story. At the same time, we're not here for this. I'm concerned about the football. Like, this is just something to keep me going. This is like some condiments. I don't care about the condiments as much as the meat and potatoes. Almost a pause, right? Point being, let's not lose sight of the main thing and keep the main thing, which is football, to his point.
This is an important time for us, our organization, and the excitement and the joy that those players are going to have that we bring onto our football team. They're starting an amazing journey, one that should be celebrated as we welcome them onto our team.
If I was in that meeting and coach is giving me this kind of speech, I'm going to be like this, dog. Everybody in here on slipped up, messed up, did something crazy. Coach, come on now. We know what the game is. I just got one question. Since we going to build trust off of this, since we really going to rock with you and we going to ride for you, just want to know one thing. Did you get that? Did you hit that? I'm not lying to y'all. That's how the locker room is. Like, hey, dog, do you get that? You hit that? And he gonna go, oh, come on, y'all stupid. And then we were like, yeah, we know that. We know we stupid, but we gotta know. Cause was it worth it? I mean, god dang, dog. You got all these reporters camped out inside of my house. Talking about, what Vrabel do? What Vrabel say? Tell me, come on, coach, build team chemistry, team building. Vrabel like, man, come on, y'all. Y'all know what it is.
With that being said, I've had some difficult conversations with people that I care about, my family, the organization, the coaches, the players. Those have been positive and productive. We believe in order to be successful on and off the field, you have to make good decisions. That includes me, that starts with me. We never want our actions to negatively affect the team. We never want to be the cause of distraction.
Yeah. And this is where the hypocrisy comes in sports. Even though it's a meritocracy, it's a hypocrisy as well. Because when we can get rid of you, we will get rid of you for a distraction. But when we can't, or we don't want to, or we won't, we'll talk about, hey, you got to be accountable. Stephon Diggs, this was 5 years ago before we knew like Stephon Diggs liked to have that off-season life and off the field and the pink powder and Cardi B and fights at Super Bowls and everything else he's been through. Like if he just had the good reputation, like imagine if Stephon Diggs with his game was Justin Jefferson and his reputation. Stephon Diggs would still be a New England Patriot. Simple as that. But it's like, all right, you're giving us enough ammo, move on. But then Mike Vrabel, oh, you just took it to a Super Bowl in your first year? Excuse me. Oh, you just got a little twang on the side in Sedona? Oh, no. That ain't a game. Crafting them like that ain't enough to get rid of this damn good coach. Jimbo, come here. What you need, Bob? What Jimbo? Would you get rid of him if you were him? If you were me? Man, I ain't get rid of nobody. I ain't get rid of nobody, not for no little salami sandwich. You don't talk about Rob. You don't get rid of nobody because he's too good. Lawrence Taylor did everything wrong in the rule book. He committed every infraction in the rule book. Never got let go of for any of that because he was sacking that quarterback.
Some comments and questions that I've answered for the team and with the team, we'll keep those private to ourselves. Care deeply about this football team and excited to coach them. I also know that I'm going to attack each day with humility and focus. And what I can promise you is that my family, this organization, the team, the staff, the coaches, everybody, our fans, most importantly, will get the best version of me going forward.
Oh, I mean, look, I believe he's sincere. Look, when you get caught and you get caught out, it is. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's not do that. It's a mess, but the problem that he has more than anything, the first thing I think about that's not positive when I think of Mike Vrabel is how he said this was laughable. How they came out at first was like, oh, y'all the dummies. Y'all don't know what these pictures are? It's 6 other people with us. It doesn't show the full context. Don't play me. It's one thing to get over on me. It's another thing to play me, right? You got over on me. It is. Look, there's been times I try to get over on you. But then when we over that, don't play me. Like now my guard's down. Now my guard's down. And then you're going to try, oh, come on. And these elbows locked and that head down and that eyes looking into nowhere, Neverland, that's tough. Tough place to be, man.
That's what I know, and I'm excited to do that. I wanted to just address this and thank you for your patience in dealing with private and personal.
Stop saying private and personal. If it was so private and personal, we would have known about it. We wouldn't have known Jack. Now let's stop. Blah, blah. Let's be real. Shout out to you, Brian Untitled. Thank you, man, for the super chat. He called that woman a bad decision. He cooked her career. Yeah. He objectified her in this conversation, and it wasn't even like with intention. He's just like, look, this was a matter of fact. This is an inanimate object that became a distraction. Jesus. Hey, I always tell y'all, I love you, but I love me more. T.O. said it best. I love me some me. We are built to survive and then thrive. So all y'all who have seen someone in the streets talking about they dying for their city, they dying for their block, they dying for their gang, they dying for their homie. I used to have girls say, I can't live without you. I was like, well, you ain't gonna do much living because you lying. One, you're lying, and two, that's not healthy. In life, you got to build your own swimming pool. Then you pour in the water. I'm just water. Okay? You can jump in, splash me, swim with me, swim around me, swim in me, but I can also leave this pool. I'm all out. Like, I'm just the water. The capacity to love is the pool itself. You just replenish the water, refill the water. Don't act like I'm not the pool. You the pool. And you give me this little ass pool tomorrow, I can't live without you. I can't be without you. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You don't want to, and look, I don't want to, but stop lying, okay? Vrabel just showed you, Dianna, all them secrets and conversations and promises. My job, dirty Dianna. Bye, Dianna. Nice knowing you. Just toasted her career. Yep. Because she got to go into a world where people actually think she's objective. He just objectified her and just said, bad decision. But Brian Untitled also wants to know, Big Dog, is it possible for Dianna to come back from this scandal? I mean, yeah. She could. Tonight, she could go in her bedroom and start a podcast. Tomorrow, she could write a book about this. Like, come on. In our attention-starved currency of society, all we want is somebody who got attention. Yeah, she could do all the above. She could do it. I don't know if she is, because there's a lot of shame element to it. Like, you're going to have to be able to stand in front of people, and they're going to shoot at you, right? And you're going to get your point out, but they're going to get their points off too. I don't know if she built for that. I don't know. I don't know where she is with her family life. I don't know if her husband really is behind this. I don't know where her husband is in support. I don't know what she's trying to save. She may be trying to save her family, which means you shouldn't be out there talking about this. And you being anywhere, you going to talk about this. You get it? So it's a tough place to be. More reactions to this. I need to know. Let's hear it.
Vrabel handled it as well as he could handle it, but in handling it as well as he could handle it, of course, he threw Dianna Russini under the bus. Here's what he did. First and foremost, address it with the team, then address it with your family, then address the media, did all that well. He addressed it with the team the day before, and it didn't leak, which means he did it incredibly well. But it's the moment he said, I've had some difficult conversations with people I care about, that implies that Dianna Russini wasn't just on a girls' trip.
Oh, yeah, facts. There's no other way to take a difficult conversation. I thought it was a homie trip. Look, first of all, stop insulting our intelligence. Where is the picture of the homies? All these photoshops out here and these editing apps, and we couldn't find one of the homies. And number two, difficult conversation? Why? What's so difficult to tell me talking to a reporter I always talk to, and I saw her at a hotel, and we went to the hotel?
Like, that's the implication. Because if Dianna Russini was just on a girls' trip and Mike Vrabel, you were just at the hotel and y'all just happened to run into each other coincidentally, what's the difficult conversation? If Dianna was on a girls' trip and you were at this hotel and your family knew you were at this hotel, there quite literally is no difficult conversation to be had. There's not even a conversation to be had. Wife, you knew where I was. Russini was on a girls' trip. She just showed up. It's all love. It's all Gucci. The only reason you have to have a difficult conversation is if what Dianna Russini has said and reported and suggested didn't actually occur. So,
yeah, and what you have, well, one you said was laughable, and the other six, it was six of y'all in total, and we ain't seen nothing but y'all two. And that's the easiest way to diffuse this, pictures, evidence. And then more importantly, another way to diffuse it is, okay, I got receipts. Look, I'm texting her saying this, and coincidence here. Like, they have no trail of receipts to cover themselves, because once again, they're the student who's been cheating so long in class that now he like, hey, John, what's number 4? You ever been with you ever been in that class? I have. I've been in that class like, dog, this sucker is not just cheating. He is out with his cheating. Like, he is free. He out the closet with it. He is talking it. And you can't do that, dog.
To me, I love how Mike Vrabel handled it, because he's handled it about as seamlessly as you can. He said as little as possible and no less. As little as possible. He ain't said much. He said as little as possible and no less. For 3 minutes, he went out there and gave a statement and really didn't say much of anything. But that one sentence, I've had to have difficult conversations with people I care about, my family, that tells you everything you need.
Man. Become a gym member with Project Transition. As a giver every month, small gifts have a big impact in creating real change. Not only will you transform lives, you'll also win and unlock once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Join me, Marcellus Wiley, in making a real impact through Project Transition, a global giving community dedicated to uplifting underserved youth with mentorship, education, and access to real opportunities. Your donation doesn't just enter you to win unforgettable prizes and exclusive experiences with myself and other gym members. It fuels our mission to empower the next generation of leaders, dreamers, and game changers. From after-school programs, life skills camps, and career development, every dollar helps unlock potential where it's needed most and where every person makes a world of difference. Give back, win big, be the difference, be greater than your greatest excuse. Support Project Transition today. Become a gym member and help turn obstacles into opportunities. Oh, that wasn't enough? Y'all want some more? Well, check out the link in my bio, Hydration Situation Live. Blah, blah, blah. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so